went from doing meth to math. This is the book I wrote in federal prison back in 2015. I changed my book into this film right here because I couldn't do nothing with the book. Let's see where I could get with the film. At least I told y'all my story. The name of my book is called Game Master God Theory. What do y'all see here? Some of you see just the red money sign, the number 1, right? My goal here with this video is for all y'all to see the word that's written right here. I'm going to make every one of y'all see it. God, we hope we get everybody to see the name right here because we don't want nothing bad to happen to anybody. That's one of the things. I'm trying to save everybody on the planet. If you want to be saved, I'm trying to save you. And I'm trying to do something good here. 123 years ago, this learned correspondent in West Hackney brought to the attention that Psalms 46, you count down to the 46th word, you got shake, you count up 46 words, you got spirit. I guess Shakespeare did help write the King James Bible, huh? You notice how I got the 7 in my name? Well, this is my 7th life. I'm like a cat, probably. This is like my 20th take on trying to tell you this message right here. You notice how I got my name changed, approved on April 1st. I'm still trying to find out, is the joke on me or is it on y'all? I went from doing math to math. In my second trailer, I'm going to tell you about these numbers right here. Do you know what I'm doing with these numbers right here? This is more amazing than what I'm fixing to tell you right now about the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving earth. If you go get you an authorized, if it don't say authorized, it ain't a correct King James Bible. You go to Genesis 5:27, says Methuselah lived 969 years and he died. 5:27 spelled M-E-T-H. Count down. You go to Luke 3, chapter 3, count down to the 969 word. 145, 296, 446, 609, 783, 939, 969. Methuselah. Wow. Can you believe that? And I'm here telling you the good news that I'm here and I'm trying to make heaven on the planet. What I want y'all to do is y'all add up my life and tell me who am I? I want y'all to go Google these numbers right here and tell me what y'all get. You gonna get 3 different things. You from those numbers right here is gonna tell you decimal point 365. Like I told you, the whole world rotates around me 365 days a year. Is it 101, 101, 101, or laughing out loud times 3? So those numbers tells you these colors: cardinal, ordinal, fractional, multiplicative, and Roman. I speak Portuguese on top of my English, so my English is not that good, and my Portuguese is even worse. These are definitions of those 5 words: cardinal, ordinal, fractional, multiplicative, and Roman. The planets in order reveal this code right there. These planets, the S plus the U plus the N, which is the S is the 19, the U is the 21, the N is the 14, 54, 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 is a 1. So I got this stuck when I was doing some time back in Florida. This is my table right here. So since there's no alphabet before the alphabet, so it'll be a 0, just like there's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to the Z to the 26th. J, if any word would have added to a 10, it would have been the hook, the tiebreaker. 10 would have ruined anything. Look at these planets. In order, well, the sun ain't a planet, but in order with the sun: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Pluto ain't a planet. But these planets, the letters added together, reveal this code right here. You could basically say, hey, we're laughing out loud, because this gotta be funny. You got Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, gaseous planets. There's another sun right here that needs to be ignited one of these days. How many people see this word right here? Or do you just see the red lines and don't see nothing? And it's just this exactly the same way you're gonna see me. You're either gonna see me for the story that I'm telling you, because it's all true. I'm not making none of this up. Or do you see the word Jesus here? I've been told that I am Christ. I really don't like that. I don't like being Christ. I just don't like the way Jesus went through back in the day without no running water. Hey, I almost made the bad decisions just like Jesus did, but I try to not make no bad decisions. That's why I changed my name to Game Master. You notice how I got approved for the name change on October 1st. Why did it take me 3 times? And another thing, we're going to come back to April Fool's Day. But is the joke on me or is the joke on you? I went to go change my name the first time in Snohomish County. I got denied. Second time, I went to Snohomish County again. And I'm like, man, why? The third time, it was like, man, I'm not going to go apply with these hoes again. I'm going to go to King County. So I went to the very first city from my house in King County, and I went to Shoreline, and boom, I got a court date of April 1st, and bam, I am the Game Master. Y'all better recognize and go ask somebody about me. I got the word 7 in my name. This was my resident alien card when I first came to America. I wonder why they changed the name Resident Alien. 123 years ago, 6 months and some days, a learned correspondent in West Hackney brought to the attention on January 11th, 1902, it ran in the published circular that if you count down to the 46th word in Psalms 46, you get shake. If you go to the very last word and you count up 46 words, you get spear. Shake, spear. I got something just as good as this. Like I told you, I went from doing math to math. Go get you. Hey, I want you. That's why I showed you the thing earlier about the planets, because it's a whole lot easier to count the planets, the letters in the planet, than it is doing this. It took me 3 days to do this. But if you go get you an authorized King James version, it's got to say authorized. And you know, I was in jail when back in 1996 when my daughter was born, when the haunting started. And a black guy told me, I was walking by, he in jail, and he was like, pointed to his Bible, and he said, basic instructions before leaving Earth. And I'm like, man, and that's the kind of time that we on. I've done left your planet Earth. So if you go to Genesis 5:27, it says, Methuselah, all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. The man lived 969 years. Now, you go to Luke 3, you count down to the 969th word, you get Methuselah, now spelled M-A-T-H, Methuselah. How do I know this? Well, you tell me, how do I know this? Anybody likes my story, hey. So, Methuselah was Noah was the grandson of Methuselah. What was it, an ark? A boat with a bunch of animals? Or was it a spaceship and we went to a new planet? A tragedy happened the other day. 2 of my friends died. Daryl died the day after I got out of jail in Idaho. I got arrested in Idaho for 2 pounds of mushrooms. I don't even know how they got into my car. Dogs do not smell mushrooms. But they murdered D the next day. He got found in a hotel room after supposedly he drank a glass of fentanyl. And my friend Priscilla died the next day after the 17th. You notice right here, October 17th, I went to the hospital that day. I got the police reports. This is my house. This is my neighbor's house. I ran this way from this guy in this invisible suit. He turned to the other guy and he was like, hey, how does he see us right now? Then he shot me in the eye where the big X is at. Then the police came, and let's watch the police video.
Gentlemen, what's going on tonight? Why don't you guys back away from each other, okay? I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anybody got any weapons on them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why don't you both sit on the curb for me?
Okay.
Sir,
Hey.
sit on the curb, buddy.
Yep. He's my neighbor. He
Okay, that's fine. Just waiting for another unit, and then we'll figure out what's going on, okay? Why is he bleeding?
I don't know.
Are you a neighbor?
Yeah, I live right there. He was screaming. And
Screaming for help? Did you call 911?
I have not. I just came out.
Okay, we've had a couple calls, so. What's his name?
He's Andy and Maria's son.
Hey, buddy, can you turn around and face me, please? Bro. So he's a neighbor. He came out because this dude was screaming. He's not really listening to me at all. Brother, I'm going to put you in handcuffs, okay? Because I don't know what's going on.
I'm okay.
Put your other hand behind your back.
I just saying.
Before you started having
I'm just saying.
No, that wasn't us. Okay, 1 second, buddy.
This is a neighbor that heard him screaming.
I'm okay. I'm just
Can I get some lights, sir?
I'm just thinking. Why am I saying I'm just thinking? What am I thinking about? If anybody goes and watches the video in its entirety, I want to show you that I just got the police videos on July 14th. And don't you know, Resident Alien over here on 7/18th, they came out with the episode and it's called Daddy Issues. I really wouldn't go watch the whole uncut video, but if you do, last thing I will do is laugh at me because seriously, something funny happened that night. The cop says this right here.
He came out because this dude was screaming. He's not really listening to me at all.
Alright, let's get him to take.
I was already screaming that's why the police came. I guess they got in my mind and rearranged the facts. Try to brainwash me.
Yeah. It's kind of weird you're out yelling in the middle of the street in the middle of the night.
Where did you see me at? Where did you see me?
We're going to use full data from the date of birth for you. We got no sergeant, so big sergeant. When we fought him, Earth was relying on him to hold him down and be like British pressed. His optional one. I think I heard about that. Yeah.
What's a alien ass shit? What's an alien? I'm thinking on some alien. I'm thinking on some alien ass shit.
What's that? I'm not familiar.
I don't know.
I think there's strange story online, but
You shot me in the fucking eye. You shot me in the eye.
Who shot you?
You shot me in the eye or something, man. I felt you. You shot me in the eye.
I didn't shoot you in the eye.
Yeah, you did. You shot me in the eye. Y'all shot me in the eye. They shot me with the eye. They shot me in the eye or something. They shot me in the eye. They shot me in the eye. They shot me in the eye or something. They shot me in the eye. They shot me in the eye. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Fuck you. Boom, I got you. You dead. You dead. I got you. Boom, got you. Boom, got you. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Shut me eye. Shut me eye. Shut me eye. Shut me eye.
Quit spitting. Don't you spit on us.
Shut me eye. 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 Let go. Let go. Let go. Lies. 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 Shut me eye. Lies. That's enough of that. I couldn't watch no more of that. Shot me in the motherfucking eye. When they shot me in the eye, it's like my body bubbled out and I had like another body. It was the strangest thing. And what's worse, the dudes in the invisible suits that shot me in the eye were working with the local police department. And then this video, I don't even know how this video is made. This didn't even happen like situated on the floor. How this was situated, it didn't even happen like this. I was at the house, and then they came, and then my friend died. Priscilla, you know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? So why did Priscilla die? Well, I dated her sister that has the same birthday as my baby's mother. Sure, I might be pushing it, but I am not pushing. My birthday is 3/2. My baby's mom's birthday is 2/3. This is when the haunting started. My baby's mother put a protection order on me, so I'll never see my daughter. I didn't get to see my daughter until she turned 18 years old. I've only had a handful of pictures of my daughter because I never took none, so I was only getting whatever I could get. But this was one of the pictures right here. See how my daughter's holding the red crayon, closest crayon towards the blue one, calculators backwards on top of an envelope. You know how you could write letters with numbers? To tell you, my daughter was probably never had the mind of a child. I know I never had the mind of the child, but my daughter's birthday is the same time Neo woke up in the Matrix, which was 9/18. After they put that thing in Neo's stomach, he woke up in the Matrix with the alarm clock going off 9/18. Same birthday as my daughter. You could tell my daughter's taking the red pill, get out the Matrix. I took the same thing. I Dream of Jeannie first episode aired on my daughter's birthday 59 years ago, 6 months and some days. First, I was thinking I was in the Matrix. Now, I'm believing in the genie. Why do I believe in the genie? Well, my daughter's middle name is Jean. Jean. And this is my savior, guys. This is the love of my life. This girl drew this eye on this board right here, and the eye was coming out of the TV. I literally packed up my backpack with all my belongings, everything that worth anything, and I went outside waiting for her to beam me up. Nothing happened. And then she drew this green face over here, and she told me this is her. At first she had some wings on it, then she took the wings off. I believe my girl has wings and she could fly and go anywhere. She's a super being. You know how Jeannie made a loop in the Atlantic, then he came back to the United States? Well, my daughter's birthday is Jean, and I was in these hurricanes, these 4 hurricanes. I was in the eye of Hurricane Charlie back in 2004. This is my genie. I believe that the I Dream of Jeannie makes the 60th year. My girl's going to come to me. We're going to be doing a lot of genie stuff on this planet. So guys, you know how you get the movie editor and you put one scene here, then another scene, another scene? Well, life is just like this. I live this life over here, y'all kill me. I live this, and then I start another life, and y'all kill me. I believe I'm on my 7th life. That's why it's in the word 7 is in my name. And it's even funny. Hey, Big Meech, you know how, hey, Southwest, you know how you got shot in the eye? Hey, Big Meech, hey, what if I told you I was your brother before he got shot and your boy Terry got killed and I got sent back in time and I started playing another life? Yes, I'm pretty much playing with these people, or was playing with these people. Now I'm here telling y'all the truth. I'm done playing games with y'all. I'm here me and my girl are trying to make heaven on this planet. Believe that. And also, I have to apologize to all the people out there that I've hurt in the past of being other people in life. I'm not going to mention no names of who I was in the past, but I want you to know that I apologize for past bad people that were in the past. Sometimes I wonder, wasn't I making the right decision about doing what I was doing? But no work of violence should outcome nothing. Violence is over with. We're trying to make peace on this world. With y'all's help, I can make peace. This is Bella. Do y'all see the word here? Or do y'all just still see just the red things? This is my goddess right here. She was born in 2003, so it makes her a water goat. I'm a Pisces, but I'm a fire snake born in 1977. My daughter is a rat. She was born in 96. Snakes eat rat. And this year is the year of the wood snake, 2025. And fire burns wood. In the yin yang signs, my daughter was a yang and I was a yin.
I was a Badger Scout for 4 years. I earned 11 badges and I received an award in fire prevention, which has proven far more useful than I ever would have dreamed possible.
Guys, we're not trying to start no fire here, but I guarantee you, this is the episode right here. Don't be afraid of the dark. All life comes from one single ancestor. And they say the origins of life. Well, they say life comes from one single ancestor, guys. That's why everything is connected. The whole world rotates around me. And into the sun I go. You remember the alien show called V? It came out in 1983. And then it came out, the episode again in 1984. Then it came back out again in 2009. What if Hollywood is trying to tell us the truth about what really is going on in life? Imagine. And these guys eat rats.
You must find the most effective and efficient methods to be used against them.
I don't think our leader could have possibly chosen anyone who could do a better job than you.
Yes, sir. When I caught my Fed case in 2009, Atlantic City man was already in jail on drug charges. Now he had some major weapon charges and 150 bail added to my bail. Armando Tavares, 32 years old, was arrested April 17th after searching my house turned up drugs. They found 143 bags of heroin, 20 grams of cocaine, 62 grams of crack, 40 ecstasy pills, less than 50 grams of marijuana. And I figured, guys, going to sell drugs, you might as well go hard and sell everything. And I'm done selling drugs. You notice when I called my Fed case, the aliens came back. So I got released from the feds on the 69th day of the year, which was March the 10th. And you know, Lord, the singer, performed on March 10th at the Motor Center on Portland, Oregon. I got out 3 days later on the 72nd day of the year. Lord was in Oregon on the 69th day of the year, the 2018. I already had 85-inch Samsung TV in my bedroom, but I remember the dream my homeboy told me when I caught the Fed case. We was up in Atlantic City jail, and he told me that he had a dream that everything was green and this guy was reaching into the wall and taking things, whatever he wanted, out of the wall. It's like if he wanted something, he just reached into the wall, grabbed it, and pulled it out. That's where we're going in the future, guys. So I turned around and bought the 86-inch LG TV because my homeboy who was in jail with me, I was at my apartment, he called me on the phone. He's like, "Hey, Scarface, can you call me a cab?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I called him a cab to his location, and I waited for him. When this guy got out the cab, this guy brought me a blanket with a 50-inch TV and a bunch of other junk. I guess this guy just burglarized a house, and he was bringing it to me for drugs. And that's how I got my LG TV the first time. And that's why I bought this other LG TV, because I remember the dream my homeboy told me, because of this girl that I told you, my Jeannie girlfriend. So here my brother right here, I met him at the mental hospital in Idaho. Look, I tell you like this. If you think I'm crazy, great. Social Security shouldn't have no problem giving me a check, because the last thing I'm doing is going to work in this bitch-ass world. I ain't doing nothing for money in this bitch-ass world. Believe that. And another thing, so I looked at the V 2009. The last episode was Mother's Day. Don't you know, my homeboy, he came, this guy drove all the way from Idaho, like 8-hour drive on the motorcycle, just to come spend the weekend at the house. You know what I mean? But my friend Leonard used to say, talk about the creation of the soul. You ain't born and you got a soul. You got to go through life and experiences to get a soul. That's how I believe I'm making this video for y'all, to tell you I'm here and I'm getting my soul with Elizabeth. Me and Elizabeth are going to share a soul together, because Adam and Eve came into the world. Eve came from Adam, so Adam was a soul, had a soul. So Eve was made from Adam, so they're actually splitting a soul. They the same person, just like me and Elizabeth. I was like, hey man, what happened to Leonard? Because I heard that he died. What day that he died? He told me the day was before Mother's Day. You know how he died? I guess he was underneath the trailer, hooking the trailer up, and it fell on him. And nobody was there to help him. And the man died. R.I.P. Leonard.
End quote. If these technologies are not made by any government, who's making them? Private companies, or are you implying they are crafted by a non-human intelligence?
Well, ma'am, that's precisely why we're here. The problem is that, temporally speaking, over decades, not just the last 10 years, To put this in perspective,
Are these private companies you're implying, or is this non-human intelligence?
it may be both.
Okay.
When it comes to Blue Force Technologies, I would not be able to discuss.
Okay. Are you read into secret UAP crash retrieval programs?
We would have to have a conversation in a closed session, ma'am. I signed documentation 3 years ago that restricts my ability to discuss specifically crash retrievals. I submitted for my book through the DOPSR process, which took a year for it to be reviewed. And what is in the book is what I was told I'm allowed to talk about.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes,
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
yes.
Does the U.S. government have any reverse, okay, we already answered that question about retrieval programs. Do any U.S. contractors have the same?
I would prefer to address it in a closed session, ma'am.
Okay. In your book, you mentioned government employees who've been injured by UAPs placed on leave and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again, because I've seen the documentation by the U.S. government for several of these individuals who have sustained injuries as a result of a UAP incident.
It's a crazy idea, right? The hypocrisy and a bit logic. Okay, Mr. Schellenberger, I'm going to say it again to be very clear. Immaculate Constellation. What's its mission and how are they funded?
Its mission is to, as I stated, its mission is to, it's an unacknowledged special access program. Its mission is to document UAPs.
Okay, and do you, for your story and your report, do you have more than one credible source?
I do.
Guys, these are not aliens. These people, these two guys that came after me, I believe they came out of my TV. Look, I'm telling you, the guys came out of my TV with these special suits on that made them invisible. So they are here on this planet. They walk through this TV. They walk through the TV. And somebody ought to tell this lady right here that they're not aliens. They're probably in the sun, and everything on this planet is a lie. And I'm waiting for the Jeannie to come. Revelation 19:7 tells us, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor for him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife have made herself ready. Guys, my wife Elizabeth is ready for me. I have until this reaches 60 to go get her, or she's going to come out the TV. It would be better if I go to her than her coming to me. She told me to watch the movie No Game, No Life. I watched that movie with no sound, and I watched it a couple times, and I always made it to the end with her. And we're at the palace, king and queen of earth. My baby's in Russia. I watch a lot of movies, and they got this show right here of the girl coming out of the TV. But I go to watch this, there's no link to watch it. You can't watch it, but it's there for you to watch. And you can see how I'm in the TV and in the TV, in the TV. If I can't get the girl to walk out the TV, I am going into the TV to her. The show is called Unreality, and it's an anti-glamour comedy. Premiered April 19th. Again, who were these guys in these invisible suits? The dude, one of them shot me, and I'm like, why'd you shoot me in the eye? He turned to the other guy, and he was like, how does he see us right now? Then I started screaming, knowing I needed to make a scene, or they were going to take me too. I made a scene, that's why, but then they brainwashed me, made me forget everything. They probably brainwashed everybody out there on that curb, or they changed the dimensions, or if the genie's involved, Jeannie could just rewind and put something in my mind, and that's what it was. I was in the prison library making my sports ticket. I was in Sheridan, Oregon at the FCI. There was no ticket on the compound. I had the only sports betting ticket on the compound. I had employees in every unit. I had 8 runners. I had to pay people at the library to print my ticket. I had to pay people at the library to look the other way. Man, everybody, when you making money in the feds, everybody got their hand out open, wanted to get money. But I'm waiting for my ticket to get made because I'm paying the typewriter dude, I'm paying the copy dude, I'm paying the line dude. Everybody was making money on the compound when I was there. And I was providing a service to keep us off of drugs and from fighting and fucking each other. I was over here looking at this thing, the Pioneer plaque. When I looked at this picture, message in a bottle, they called it. When I looked at this picture, I'm like, nah, that picture's all wrong. Don't you know the Pioneer plaque was lifted off March 2nd, 1972, 5 years on my birthday before I was born. This is my message back to you. I had me another girl because I got 2 wives because that's the way I roll. What's up with freedom of religion? A man can't have 2 wives. My religion makes me have 2 wives. Everything is controlled with ones and zeros. The whole world. So I live in the A. My house is right here in the A. You see me standing in my house. So I have Game Master written right here in virtual world. I'm in physical world, I'm Game Master. In virtual world, I'm Game Master. And in your spiritual world, I am Game Master. Never forget that. So I just got finished doing the E, and I tell you, when I finished doing the E, I felt so good. I felt like something was lifted off of my chest. I felt free, and I felt more and more empowered. The E goes down my road. Master goes 4 blocks that way. So guys, back to this thing right here. You take the P is the 16, the L is the 12, the U is the 21, the S is the 19, equals 68. 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Boom. So plus is a 1. Minus is a 0. Y'all get the concept, right? So here's the whole electricity. Plus, red, and positive all equal a 1. Minus, black, and negative all equal 0. There's electricity in the human brain. 20 watts, supposedly. There's particle of waves everywhere. Do you know how much information I'm holding right here? If I could decipher CB waves, FM waves, AM waves, cell phone waves, satellite waves, sun waves, brain waves, all right here. When after doing red, plus red and positive, minus black and negative, I knew my thoughts were coming from somewhere. My thoughts are originating from the sun. After yin and yang was a 1 and a 0, feminine, masculine, mother, father, chromosomes, XX and XY, north, south, east, west, day, night, wet, dry, left, right, salt, pepper, in, out, red, blue, off, on, omega, alpha, AM, PM, in, start, solid, stripe, dark, light, empty, full, midnight, noon, devil, God, Eve, Adam with an O. Because I seen it spelled with an O. It wouldn't work with an A. So I pushed Eve and Adam. I pushed it, but I seen it spelled with an O before, so I went with the O. Life, death, Democrat, Republic, arm, leg, hand, foot, vagina, palace, outer, inner, Cain, Abel, Jane, John, pessimist, optimist. Electromagnetic waves equal a 0. Electric field equal a 1. I don't know what happened to my 1, but no. Oh, electric field and magnetic field both equal a 1. But electromagnetic wave is a 0, and mechanical wave is a 1. Because the opposite of electromagnetic wave is a mechanical wave, and these work. The sun feeds everybody their brain thoughts. What, this is just coincidence that the planets equal this laughing out loud 3 times? And then you got another sun right here waiting to be ignited. This guy right here looks like he's inside of the sun. What's inside of the sun? It looks like the universe. You know, the brain operates on the same power of a tin white light bulb. Is it possible to control the human with a remote control? This is DNA. These are wavelengths. Wavelengths and DNA look very much similar. And then you get the coil right here. Then I broke down fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Fire is a 0. water is a 0, wood is a 1, earth is a 1, and metal is a 0. These are the different signs of the Chinese zodiac. This is the only light we see right here, guys. Anything outside of the spectrum we don't see. So there might be a suit with somebody in it that we don't see because they magical. I wish Elizabeth would come to me with her suit on and take her suit off and be my wife. You know, I already asked the girl to marry me, but I can't ask her to marry me because I got to ask her in person. But she's in Russia. How can I go to Russia? I got to get a visa. The brain waves break down. Beta is a 10. When you add the B, the E, the T, the A, beta is a 10. Gamma is a 0, alpha 0. This one was a 1, delta is a 0. And you got these other waves. Square wave is a 1, triangle wave is a 1, sine wave is a 0, and sawtooth wave is a 0. So you got the balanced. Even elephant and Democrat fit the bill. Then you got the longitude and transverse waves were both 0. The ruler and the compass, the divine keys to a perfect work. Guys, I got a perfect work right here. The ruler's a 0, compass is a 1, but when like horizontal and vertical were both 1s. But when I went to vertical, I asked what was the opposite of vertical. It told me of horizontal and flat. And funny thing, flat also equal to 1. Then you got the winter, spring, and summer equals 0, and autumn is a 1. Brain waves. You find out wave in the brain does what? You could literally remote control somebody on this planet. It's a matter of time before remote controls. There's somebody knows how to remote control people out there. I am the game master. I'm trying to bring y'all Social Security, guys. And if y'all think I'm crazy, Social Security shouldn't have a problem with giving me my check. This is the only game I ever played with my parents. When we first came to America, this is the only board game that me, my dad, and mom ever played. And funny thing is, I always made it right here to the Millionaire Square and just chilled. And my parents just kept going around the board because we didn't play by the rules. We just played. What if I told y'all some people in Hollywood or special people from the past that didn't come into this world brainwashed? When I was born, I was brainwashed. I knew I liked women. That's the only thing I knew when I was a little boy. I liked girls. Everything else, I didn't know. But there's guys in Hollywood writing scripts in Hollywood that know the future. That's the only way it could dictate what's happening. These guys know the future that work in Hollywood. Shout out to all you guys that know the future working in Hollywood. So I went to the shoot in Sheridan for doing something, and I'm in there and I don't listen to music. I don't watch TV. Only thing I do is sports radio, sports TV, sports all day because I was running a ticket. But when I went to the hole, I heard this Adele song and I knew Adele wrote me that song. So this girl didn't know nothing about Adele, about what I went through with Adele. But when this girl drew this eye came out of the TV, Adele was her name. And the funny thing is, her name, she's a model on the internet, and we talk. Her name consisted with the first street I lived on in America.
Time is dissolved in darkness. A place of no light, no information.
This planet ain't inside of a 15-year-old's bedroom in a sophisticated world where I'm coming alive. And you notice here, The Matrix, AJ gave his mom for her birthday The Matrix movie. Why did you put The Matrix in The Sopranos? The Sopranos joined the club, season 6, episode 2. Tony Soprano's walking around in a coma. I also was in a coma after I got out the feds. I was in a coma. You see this right here? You got him with the eye, madam something with the eye. Are sins, disease, and death real? I don't think none of it's real. There's no death, there's no disease on this planet until I'm giving y'all this message. I'm taking away all death, sin, and diseases out of this world. I'm saving the planet. I was just like this guy. He was in Kingman, Arizona. His name was Kevin Finnery. This is from the Sopranos movie.
My idea is Saw meets Godfather 2. Proven track record, both genres. Young wise guy, assassin, gets betrayed by his people. They whack him. Leave his body parts in dumpsters all around the city. Long story short, he is put back together by science, or maybe it's supernatural. And he gets fucking payback on everyone who fucked him over.
Guys, I'm not looking for payback of anybody who fucked me over. I'ma let it rest. If y'all let it rest, I'm gonna let it rest. I just got out the feds and I was right here on Florida Avenue in Atlantic City, and I fell out of this window right here and I was in a coma for 2 months. My parents were in Portugal. They didn't even know where I was at. When my probation officer started looking, and boom, there I was. You know, when I got out of Sheridan, because I did my time in Victimville up at the USP in California, and I was out there, man, I had the best time in Victorville. Best time. The funnest prison sentence ever was in Victorville. After getting out the feds, man, I felt something turned me off and made me jump out this window. Now, if I wouldn't have jumped out this window, I might have caught a worse case in Atlantic City. Since I fell out the window, I was able to move my probation to Washington State after waking up in the hospital. This is me in a coma. So I pulled out my feeding tube, so they put these gloves on me. Tony Soprano I had these same things on me when I got my stomach fixed. But don't you know, I got this thing in my hip, got a fractured hip. Look, Tony Soprano's suitcase. I had the same hole in my stomach. I was calling myself Alien Mob Boss of Planet Earth on TikTok, but I changed it. I didn't like it because I'm not an alien. I'm not a mob boss, but I do control the planet. I tell y'all that. Y'all need to be careful what y'all need to be careful what y'all think about me at home, because as soon as you have bad thoughts, I'm going to know about it and I'm going to act on your bad thoughts. Don't plot against me and I will not plot against you. Tony Soprano was over here in his coma going to a convention, Western Division Military Specialization 06, where he was selling, I guess, solar panels in his coma. Look, I had the same hole in my stomach right here. I didn't show you the picture, but you can see it's getting taken. I got Lord God tattooed right here. So these guys, Crystal Monastery, were suing Kevin Finnery, and these are the monks, and they started suing Tony Soprano. That might be my same situation of why I got sent back to 1977, brainwashed, starting over. I'm hoping I can have Elizabeth is there waiting for me, because I love the girl. It was the family reunion for the Finnery. 5/5 Thursday, 7 p.m. Tony Soprano walked up there, but I wasn't his family. But the other day, somebody told me, welcome to the family. I hear voices sometimes and have dreams. And I think I had a dream, and a dream told me, welcome to the family. And culpability right here. I'm thinking that's what me and Elizabeth are doing. I might have died when I fell the 3 stories, or I think I died then, and I'm in what's the place between heaven and hell? Purgatory. I believe I'm in purgatory right now, fixing to go to heaven and meet Elizabeth. That's what I'm wishing for. And here's my baby. And don't you know, Alf aired on 9/18, my daughter's birthday, season 4, Baby Come Back. And I'm like, baby come back. Here's her LGTV and these 2 hands touching. That's what made me buy this 86-inch LG TV after I already had that 85-inch Samsung. Believe in your dreams, they come true, guys. Don't you know, I watched this video in a dream when I was in Snohomish County Jail back in 1998 or 99. I watched this in a dream. I remember the purple grass and the green grass, and I heard the beat. I got out of jail. Then I watched the video for the very first time. And this is the Outcast B.O.B. And here's the game again, guys. Are we in the game? I'm done with this. Is my game. You see how I got the game within Planet Earth? If y'all want to come play my game, I got this game set up for y'all to play it if y'all want to. I had to cover this up right here because I used a segment off of the V Show, Season 2, Episode 10, called Mother's Day, where the lady was walking out the subway and all the humans on Earth were looking up to the spaceship because Mother was on board talking, sending messages down to the humans' minds. And just like I Dream of Jeannie's gonna make the 60th year anniversary this year, America's making it the 250th year. And I tell you like that, Mother is on board. She is the genie, and I have her. Keep that in mind. I've turned in 3 things to Sundance. Episode over an hour, episode under an hour, and a documentary narrative US. And I tell you, I'm telling you the story, but what I'm trying to tell you here is that I have a friend that's a rapper for a big time record label on the West Coast. And I know him as a white boy here in Washington. He was my best friend, or is still. Now my girl has replaced him. But also, I knew the same dude in Florida named Vinny. I met him going to college. I'm like, hey man, you know, you act just like my homeboy in Washington State. And he got down there, whoop, whoop. And I was like, damn. And you the same rapper on the West Coast. But the thing is, hey, it's the first time I'm telling you this here. And if you're watching this one, you need to go watch The Genie is Out of the Bottle first before you go watch the other one. After watching this one, go watch The Genie is Out the Bottle. Then go watch Into the Sun. So you got to go watch all 3 of my shows. And for you to get the final version, the update to the human conscious. That's what this is. 101. This is the update. Guys, this movie is going to make y'all stronger. Make you see what's really going on. Elon Musk has this thing that he wants to put in people's brains. What if I told you that thing's already there? Y'all see Murderbot? Dude, I have a governor modular implanted in all of you brains right now, I believe. Now, are we in the Matrix, guys? What's inside of the sun? Could we be inside of the sun right now in some machines? Are we living in the future and life makes us believe that we're in the past? That might be it. E equals yes. Why? This is when April 1st, 11 a.m. Shoreline. Why did it take me 3 times? Why did I have to pay 3 fees to change my name? I paid the fee the first time. Boom, they denied me. I paid again. They denied me again. Man, I was going to pay and pay until they approved my name change. I watched Billy go before my eyes from Billy to Brandy. Man, I can't go from Armando to Game. Give me a break. What if I told y'all there's things in this country? I believe I know a place in this country where you could do that right there. Just like the Bermuda Triangle, from world to world. It's better than going from trying to go through outer space. You use the Bermuda Triangle. So why did my card go from resident alien to permanent resident card? Why did the name change in the card? Do they know, does the United States know about aliens? They're like, oh, let's get rid of the whole resident alien thing. I mean, I was born on this planet, supposedly. Everything is alive. Everything is alive. The Egypts used to believe in the sun god. Everything comes from the sun. I might even be a projection from the sun.
Will fall as they must. Cause and effect will jostle. As the events take place, the conflicting destinies will cease to exist. Destinies will cease to exist. Very well.
My life is going to end the way I say it's going to end, and my life is never ever going to end again. You're never going to take me out again. And I would be real weary if you come and try to push me. You might not be able to move me, guys. And this is from the Egyptian pyramids. You see how they got a bug right here, and you got a helicopter. It looks like a boat and a spaceship. What if I told you they got bugs today that are spaceships, but they're camouflaged to look like bugs? That's a deep one to swallow, huh? And look, here's a spaceship right there, right in the Egyptian pyramids. In the Quran, I've read all religious books out there because I've always been looking for answers about the reality of where we at today. Quran 27:18, it says, until when they came upon the valley of the ants, an ant said, "O ants, enter your homes so that you do not be crushed by Solomon and his soldiers while they do not feel it." So the next Quran 27:19, it goes, so Solomon smiled and mused and heard the ant's speech and said, "My Lord, enable me to be grateful for your favors which you have bestowed upon me and upon my parents, and to do righteous of which you approve, and admit me to your mercy into the ranks of your righteous servant." I'm like that today, guys. I want to be admitted into the righteous servants of God. Pyramids were built by ants, and there were ants bigger than me. That's why we don't know how the pyramids were made. It'd be real scary thinking about bugs. If there's an advanced people out there so advanced that they could make bugs, bugs probably are filming us, and people in another world are watching the footage from the bugs, and they making TV out of our foolishness. So you see the 7 is in my name. So 5%ers use 7. 5%ers call themselves gods, and women are called earths or queens. Since I'm not black, I can't associate myself with the 5%ers. But guys, don't judge me by the color of my skin. You're going to upset me. You're going to see that darkness come out of me real quick. Don't let that day happen to you guys. So, Back to the Future. Assembly of Christ. Now let's look to the Back of the Future. They got Elmo's over here, Sesame Street. Jesus saves, guys. Salvation is free. I'm being saved. Biggie Smalls like, hey, I didn't do it. Where are we at in the world today, guys? Jesus saves. So you got Marty McFly watching TV, Honeymooners, The Man from Space. And here's the Game of Life right here. Oh, it looks like a Chinese checkers above the Game of Life. This is the only game I ever played with my parents. You see the Idaho Spuds over there? Idaho Spuds. You see the box over there? You see the face in the dollar bill right there? Well, this is from the Back to the Future movie. You got the dude upside down, and there's New York Twin Towers right there. And you see the Statue of Liberty lamp thing right there. The Bluebird bus. Bluebird makes prison buses. So here's Marty and Doc. And you see these things? Guys, this is us right here, and we're connected 2 wires to a higher collective. Everything on this planet is programmed. Like Tupac said in California Love, we all programmed. A match made in space. That's what me and Elizabeth are. We're the match made in space. I'm just trying to get to my wife, guys. That's all I want is my girl. And you got, now it's called the Atomic Kid, and you got 9/11 over here of when they went back to the future. Stunner. Pound money, guys. Pound money all day. Hey, if anybody likes my story, imagine how my story would be if I had some money, or what else I'll be able to tell y'all if I had some money. Maybe after telling y'all the story, maybe God will set me free and let me escape back to my country. So E equals yes. You ever heard of the double slit experiment? Well, guys, just like the double slit experiment, everything on this planet is alive. these protons know when you look watching them. That's why they change course on you. Well, the double slit experiment might tell you this, but I'm telling you, the whole world is alive. 101, 101, 101. And do you have the power to speak things into the existence? Proverbs 18:21 tells us that life and death are in the power of the tongue. That's right. Your words can speak life and encouragement to the person's soul. We're going to live forever. And that police video, I hope that showed y'all that there might be some money in this right here, guys. Like I told you, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. I believe this woman right here is my Jeannie. This was my grandfather and grandmother, and that's me as a little boy. And I don't know if you see this on my grandmother, but my girlfriend has the same tattoo as that little moon. And what if I told you that this woman has been every woman I ever messed with since being 5 years old was this woman right here. She's been every one of my girlfriends, and now I'm waiting to get to her. I believe that she was my grandmother and I was my grandfather, and God is bringing us back together. This is the 10110110110. This number makes this circles right here. We at the Game Master rule, guys. I'm going to rule this whole planet, and I'm going to rule it with an iron sword if y'all don't get in line. And I used to do security. You know, I'm over here at Amazon doing security. How come all the sewers have elect written on them? And I'm over here in the office. Cake day when I'm in the office. Operator. That's the building. Guys, I'm going to reinvent this whole planet. Look how much money I made a week at Amazon. Thousands. And the thing I found at Amazon, I found salvation at Amazon. You see this thing right here, it's called the inverted Pedium 00001. See this thing right here? Well, every time the door opens, this AI is keeping this thing up in the air. This thing right here, keeping it up in the air so it moves every time to stay upright. This is the inverted Pedium. These are the things that it's built out of. And look, it's right in the door when you walk into Amazon. You see sin? There's sin right here. Guys, there's a machine in this world built that anytime somebody tries to infringe on my safety, it resets itself, brings me back in time, and lets me do everything all over again correctly to not fall into the same hole that I fell in. I hope this video is the same thing. I hope nobody comes against me, because I am safe. Guarantee you. And there I am with my walkie-talkie on my lunch break, taking a nap in my car. Yeah, that's what's happening right now, guys. And it's over. So I was in North Carolina. I wrecked my car. I was going back to Florida, and I wrecked my Mercedes, my 300 SEL, my 1989. Man, my car was so nice. I wish I had pictures to show you, but I ran off the freeway and I totaled it. For me to get out of jail, I had to pay someone to bail me out of jail. At the same time, he bailed me out of jail. I turned around and bailed him out of jail. So dude's sister came, bailed me out of jail. My bail bonds was like, man, you don't got to bail dude out. I'm like, man, I gave dude my word I would bail him out. And you know, before the accident, I was in a dream. I was in a dream right here in the car, and I saw a rocky road. And I took the rocky road, and I went straight. And don't you know, I crashed my car in Rocky Mount. So I had so much unprotected sex in Florida. So many women. Man, it was like every day I had a different woman. When I went to North Carolina, I lived across the street from the Planned Parenthood. And I went to go get tested. But I was scared, so I gave him my dead brother's name. And don't you know, the day I'm waking up to go take the test at the clinic, I get ejected in my back by a being with these beautiful wings and this makeup on her face. She looks something like this. Where she injected me in my back, I woke up with a pain in my back, talking about what the hell. And that's the same day I went and used my fake brother's name to go see if I had HIV, and now I was negative for everything. I want you to know, I never used a condom, and I never caught a sexually transmitted disease. The whole thing started with my baby's mother. She was a sheep, Yang, 1979, a earth sheep. Her birthday was 2/3/79. Mine was 3/2/77. These were all the teams. What if I told you life's a game? Sure looks like it. One day, y'all gonna put Elizabeth and me in this list right here and add us to the new list of the sun gods. Because that's what you're dealing with here. Substitute the nails for needles. The New Testament is told in the parable. You substitute the nails for needles. You substitute the thorn bush for the virtual reality system, and boom, you in the matrix. Look at this dude right here. He looks like he's inside of the sun. This was a UFO I saw one time. Stop chasing the money and start chasing the passion, guys. It's all about the love. Look at this. I was over here stationed at Glassy Baby forever. Do you know I rode around because I was waiting for my personalized license plate, and I rode for like 4 months without no license plate on my Beamer, and nobody ever pulled me over. And guys, when I go hard, I take like 20 hits of LSD at a time. I played the lottery. Look, I was off by 1 number, and those were the 2 numbers that I couldn't get. And what the hell, man? This day right here, I was in King County Jail. I woke up, I went and got my breakfast. I'm eating my breakfast, and my Cheerios kept multiplying. Then all of a sudden, I found myself going back to sleep, waking up, and I'm like, what the hell just now happened? I just was rewound. I just went and ate breakfast. Now I'm getting up again to go eat my breakfast. I went and got my tray, and it's the same thing. Same day, they blew down the king. They imploded the kingdom, March 26th. Which if I wouldn't have been in jail, I wouldn't have had the bird's eye view of the kingdom being imploded. So like I told you, you got Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These are gaseous planets, guys. We're going to have another sun. When our sun over here goes out, I know a way how to ignite another sun over here with Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So many years into the future. I don't know how many years to the future it is. The pyramid effect is in works right now. Saturn is made out of everything the sun is made out of, just like Uranus and Neptune. The big question is, when are we going to unite Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune and make another sun? Are we waiting for a comet? And all these moons are going to get put together and disappear. Power of Jesus. Is it electricity? Where's the futuristic video game, guys? Am I able to go to sleep and be able to put myself in a tank and just live indefinitely in the game? When's the game coming? Are we already there? I believe we're there already. You know, when I caught this case, it was the funniest day of my life. When I got the letter and it said United States of America vs. Armando M. Tavares, 1 count, possession of a firearm by convicted felon. Man, I laughed and laughed and laughed. How are these guys in Hollywood predicting these people who are going to die and how they're going to die? Even Supertramp in the CD nonchalantly put 9/11 in a soup. Breakfast in America, guys. Released March 16th, 1979. Man, God has some power. Back to the Future movie. God has power. Episode 1, Season 9. The City of New York versus Homer Simpson. There you go. 9/11 again. With 9/11 on top of it. When I caught this case on 9/18, my daughter's birthday, possession of drugs, I was driving a white Mercedes. If it wouldn't have been my daughter's birthday, I would have never got arrested. I just got arrested because of my daughter's birthday. When I was in jail, I was so mad. I told God I wanted a tornado to go this way. You know what God did? God gave me a tornado that went this way and destroyed the sign destroyed the building at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical School in Daytona Beach. It revealed a sign that was painted 25 years earlier that said Merry Christmas. Not only that God could program you 25 years before this tornado, but God programmed the tornado to come. God programmed the tornado the people to write Merry Christmas in a sign on the building. Then God brought the tornado and destroyed the building 25 years later, revealing Merry Christmas. This was a message to me when I was in jail. Notice how I went to jail on 9/18. I didn't bail myself out of jail until my birthday. When I caught that case in 2001 for the 7 batteries on law enforcement officers, which we didn't get to yet. I don't know, maybe the order's wrong, but I'm going to go along with it. 4 hurricanes went through Daytona Beach the year I was at the halfway house in Daytona Beach. I was in the eye of Hurricane Charlie. Jeannie and Francis, 2004. Hurricane Charlie, Francis, Ivan, and Jeannie. All in the same year, guys. And it did. My daughter made a loop over here and they came back to hit us. And I finished my arrest record, 9 arrests, 1 sentence. Here you got the 9-1 here again. Pretty good record. Chicago Cubs, Back to the Future movie, predicted these guys will win the World Series in 2015. They won the World Series in 2016, playing the Miami Gators. There you go. You got the reptiles right there. Back to the Future movie. You got the Third Eye, Loose Fitness Center. I question everything. Now, this is the country where I was born at. Doesn't this look like a face? Go get you whatever map system you want. Aren't you looking at a face right now? Over here, Mafia is in the eye. And look where I'm from. Setubal, the neck. Lisbon is in the mouth. Don't you see a face right there? If you don't see the face, you don't see Jesus spelled out on that sign, on that white and red sign earlier either. So I was born in the city of Setubal. It's more like Set Eyeball. Portugal means port of rooster. Portugal. What do roosters do in the morning? They try to wake you up, people. I come to America. I went from the Devils and the Nets. You see my brother right there? I don't remember this. I might have murdered my brother right there. Well, I was laying on the carpet and he crawled on me and bit me on my stomach and started laughing. I called Mom, Mom. Mom came. Mom didn't do him nothing. So I might have did something to him. I don't remember. How many times did you think I watched the cars go around my track before the cars were crashing into things? One time. The cars went around one time. Then I put the train on the track because I also got a train track the same year that had to be put together, which that's why only the cars were put together. New Jersey, I believe, when I came to this planet, and I brought all y'all with me because all y'all are my people. Every one of y'all. Because we started life, I believe, on this planet, which it was a new, that's why I went to Newark, New Jersey. It was a new world with a new body style. I believe in our last life, we might have been cats and dogs. This is the school that I went to back in New Jersey when I first came to America. And Wilson Avenue, they got the Wildcats as their mascot. This is the first thing I was taught in PE, to throw the ball against the wall and the ball would come back to me. I wasn't playing with nobody. I was playing with myself. I wonder if I'm still doing that or if anybody else is real out here. Next place we'll move to is Louisiana, where you got the Saints. Move to Cameron, Louisiana. You see how Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Rita. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to do that to y'all. Out with the weak and with the new, right? I hope y'all building tougher things out there, guys. But my whole city was gone. Then we moved to Washington State, where I found the Storm, the Compass, the Sounders. I left my family and caught a case in Florida in 6/9/2001, where I found the Magic, the Heat, the Devil Rays, the Lightning. Notice on Neil's passport, his expiration date is 9/11/2001. I was in a dream with the Notorious B.I.G. on 9/11. We crashed the airplane and Biggie Smalls was like, hey man, go ask your people, your white people down there for some food. And I'm like, Biggie, they know I fuck with you. They're not going to give me food because they know I roll with you. And I woke up with 9/11 on fire on TV. And notice, my voice stream, phone number, last 4 digits was 7911. 9/11. Atomic Kid, Back to the Future. On 6/9/2001, picked up 5 batteries at the beach and 2 coming back from the hospital. The lifeguard hit me with this thing because I called him a punk. And I started bleeding, so I started fighting him. Picked up 5 batteries at the beach, 2 coming back from the hospital. I got a not guilty by reason of insanity. Y'all guys, I just told him the truth about what was going on. I had $8,000 in my pocket. Last thing I want to hear is anything coming out the mouth of a lice. If I would have showed the person who gave me my not guilty by reason of sanity, they might have believed the story because I did go to Hawaii. Here's my credit card statement. I did go to Las Vegas. Anyways, I did go to Vegas too, and Miami Beach, and this is and when the second plane hit the tower, I hope y'all remember the face of that monster that popped out of the smoke. I went to, after I got my not guilty by reason of insanity, I went to the pool at the North Florida Evaluation and Treatment Center. I was in the pool all summer on the float, chilling. I caught this open container during bike week. Luckily, they don't check nothing, and I was able to get off of my probation, my conditional release. I literally went from the devils in the nets to the saints to the Space Needle with a haunting center where I found the Sounders in the storm, where I caught the case 6/9/2001 after being in a dream with the Biggie Smalls, where I found the magic, the heat, and the Delver rays, and the lightning. Be word, I put my cross, I crossed out this country first, before the moon, before any of this happened, the eclipses. I already put the X here, then I put the X there. I did this first, guys. And I was in, for the first eclipse, I was in Sheridan, Oregon, and I was able to see everything bird's eye view. Here's my poor brother. For me to be here today, guys, I would have murdered my brother back in 1996 because I would have had a problem with him. And maybe God got rid of him at a younger age because I knew I couldn't have nobody. For me figuring this thing out, I couldn't have no siblings, or they would have been an issue determining where we're going to go in life. So I was over here. Now, this is where it gets real funny. I was over here working the Circus Soleil, and I met this girl. I went to her house and we had sex. Then I smoked a little bit of fentanyl. So I smoked a little bit. We were cuddling. She was sitting on my lap. She jumped up all of a sudden, went to the bathroom, brought me a wet handkerchief, talking about I just OD, turned me off, asked me a series of questions, then turned me back on. And these are the text messages talking about she picked me up off the ground, almost ripped my shirt, shot me up with 3 Narcans. Like, another time, guys, this ring right here, $1,100. Same day that I got Bella from Jesus in New Mexico, well, I was at, guys, same thing happened. Girl turned me off, told me I must have had to give her the ring. I went to the gas station to look for the aluminum foil because I don't like to drive dirty. Then I noticed the ring was missing. And that's the same time where I got Bella for $100. A Mexican guy named Jesus. Thanks, Jesus, man. I really appreciate my Bella. And Bella's doing real good. Real good. She's way spoiled and beautiful. So, guys, I read the CIA book right here. And if DJ Trump wasn't in the White House right now, I would be scared for my life. And Elon Musk says we're probably living in a simulation. Elon Musk thinks we're all probably trapped in a matrix like foreseeable existence. Elon, you got money. What does it matter that we're in the matrix? You're dictating what you want in the matrix, guy. I'm thinking and I don't call him Donald Trump. I call him DJ Trump because I believe DJ Trump is going to be spinning one day. If he would, if I'm making heaven, Mr. Trump, would you spin at the party? He probably would, you know what I mean? Give him DJ Trump in a 25-year-old body. Yeah, he's probably spinning. Mr. Trump, how would you feel about being president indefinitely? We're going to keep that on the table, okay? Hey, if the CIA wouldn't interfere around the world might have been a better place today. Think about that, guys. This book just made me sick. So, on April 1st, I picked up an Assault 2. Well, around in March, back in 1997, 98, I picked up an Assault 2 with a deadly weapon. The county dropped the charges. Immigration picked me up. Immigration wanted, my parents became citizens when I was just juvenile, so I'm automatically a citizen. I'm a citizen now. I went to my ceremony, and I watched the live feed from DJ Trump welcoming us all to America. But on April 1st, I was in INS, and the lady came to me. They wanted me to do a drug and alcohol evaluation, take a mental health evaluation. I told them, fuck you, fuck your country. I ain't doing shit. Deport me. Get me the fuck out of here. The lady's like, sir, calm down. Sign right here. I told him, no, I ain't doing that. Sir, sign right here and we'll release you. And I'm like, what, is this an April Fool's joke? Are you fucking with me? She's like, no, sir, calm down. We're going to release you. And boom, I was out. Why did it take me 3 different court dates to change my name? You did it to yourselves. Here's another time, 10/28, I'm going to change my court, my district court in Everett. I'm going to change my name. This is, I think, was the 2nd time. They told me no. Why? So that's my little scar I got right there from the Tony Soprano incident. Or you, well, architect, you know about this? He told us about the soul. He's the one talk about the soul and the creation of the soul. This is the picture he drew from me because I got caught with 2 pounds of mushroom. This is my future wife, or might be my past wife. Notice how she drew wings on the being first and took them off. So I've been writing the story. Here's her with a piece of paper on the stomach. And then I noticed Tony Soprano with a hole in the stomach. I'm like, man, what the hell? How can these 2 things go together? So that's why I'm telling the story right here. Because this girl is supposed to be in my life. She's a part of my life every day. And here's another thing. This was our other room. You see the LG TV? I went and got chickens because of her. This is chicken number 1, 2, and 3. Bella killed 2 of these and I killed the other one. We're not going to get the same day this dude was buried. I was in a hospital room with this wound right here. We're not going to go into specifics. But this, I got the chicken coop off of Facebook Marketplace. There's the chicken coop. There's the chicken coop. And this is chicken number 4, 5, and 6. And there's my girl right there. Those chicken died the day that Pope got buried. Was one of the worst days in my life. And I still got the scar to show it. Chicken. Boy. Chickens are pretty brave, huh? You get all loud, they don't even jump. 2 days later, I'm over in my house. This bird comes into my house. This bird literally just comes through the window and comes, sits right in front of me and lets me catch it. I'm like, what the hell? And these chickens the little chickens were talking to me. That's why the chickens were like speaking words, guys. They were like talking English. I know it's a little bit hard to understand, but the chickens were talking words. This is another time. So I'm over here watching the news with my parents, and all of a sudden I'm all hot. I asked Mom, hey, can you go get a thermometer? She went and got a thermometer, and I was like 102 degrees. So my dad's like, get the fuck away from us. So I went and got tested on 5/11 the following day. I went and got tested, negative for strep throat, negative for coronavirus. Don't you know, earlier in the day I took my mother to grocery outlet, and I'm not bullshitting you, but I felt something give me an injection in my arm. I was like, man, I'm with the cart helping my mother, and I'm like, man, what the hell was that just now? I just felt something that ain't there give me an injection. Then hours later, my temperature is 102 degrees. And I want you to notice that the COVID started in Washington State. When it first started Washington State. I know if you help me, I will turn around and help you back. You notice how I got 2 L's in the words? Well, guys, if you're living forever and you're in heaven, it gets to the point where you get tired of everything. If you're like 1,000 years old, you got to be reset. And that's what I believe. I'm here now, and I'm fresh. I'm young, and I don't know nothing that's happened in my past lives. That's why I'm hoping Elizabeth will fill me in. Hope Elizabeth will come out the screen. If you believe Jesus walked on water, I believe the girl, Jeannie, is going to walk out the TV or just appear on my bed. And I believe one day, guys, we're all going to be able to fly. When we'll stop using cars, we're just going to be able to fly. It's heaven. See, 9/11, passport expires. And his birthday was September 13th, 1971. I don't know, 5 days before my daughter was born. And here I am. Don't you know something, security guard at Amazon, don't you know something weird happened to me? I'm in the parking garage, and I'm sober. I'm at work. I'm sober. And I'm walking, and this checkerboard appeared everywhere. It's like everything's checkers. And I saw this thing over here, and I bumped into the wall. I don't know what happened down at Amazon, but I know what I believe. I sure do know what I believe, guys. That the whole world, there's squares everywhere in this world right here. And everything is programmed. And everything, it's either safe or not safe. I have the power to let everybody be safe on this planet. If y'all recognize me, I'll turn around and make all y'all safe on the planet. Like that thing happened to me in the parking garage. How did that happen to me in the parking garage? Game changing. So guys, y'all know about the things over here, the spears? What if I told you Jupiter is camouflaged? This is the arc, and it's being camouflaged to make it look like this. There's something inside of Jupiter that they don't want you to see. I believe it's a big spaceship. And here's the wheel at Amazon. Do you know what's written in this wheel? Well, I'm going to tell you. You're going to find out. And these are the clouds uploading information and downloading information to our brains. Alexa, live long and prosper. Well, that was deep, huh? So, Alexa, beam me up. Alexa, is this the real life? Alexa, open the pod bay doors. Alexa, E.T., phone home. It's a good thing reinvent isn't now. Vegas average July temperature is 104 Fahrenheit. Alexa, beam me up. From 1910 to 1931, gambling was illegal in Nevada. Watching mushroom clouds from nuclear Nevada test sites became a tourist attraction in 1950s. The Luxor Sphinx is a recreation of the Great Sphinx of Giza. Las Vegas casinos never use dice around the corners. Alexa, what does the fox say? Are you a well architected? No joke, block out time on your calendar the week before reinvent to rest up and catch extra Z's. The giant neon cowboy sign hanging off the Pioneer Club in Las Vegas is named Vegas Vic. Watching, oh, we got that already. Music legend Elvis Presley performed 837 consecutive sold-out shows at Las Vegas Hilton. The house edge is the percentage of profit the casino nets from your original bet. The Las Vegas Strip is the brightest place on earth when viewed from outer space. From 1910 to 1931, gambling was illegal in Nevada. Alexa, is this the real life? You know why you never see a pencil with two erasers? Because they're pointless. Bring your Harleys with you for the AWS Harley ride. Warning, does not something. And these are the signs outside of Amazon. Counter Earth. More signs. Neverland. Land of Oz. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy. She's going to walk out of this TV, I'm hoping. I'm hoping, guys. I'm in love with this woman. She's my glassy baby. Embrace magic, guys. Embrace magic. Now, welcome home, Uncle Joey. What if I tell you Joey is a baby kangaroo? This world's a kangaroo world. This was Wally. I knew this lady that was able to talk to dogs. And I believe I felt it before pet setting that I've had the power where I heard the dog's voice in my head. Now it gets real ugly here, guys. Vista. Don't you know that, you know why I went to Miami? Because Miami, you know, this dude Stanton hit his 59th home run on the same day that 59 people died here. 32nd floor. Look, people, please Stop naming your festivals anything to do with 91. The shooter, Las Vegas shooting, at least 59 dead in Mandalay Bay. Mandalay Bay, at least 59 killed. Mandalay Bay shooter, Las Vegas, who killed 58. Don't you know Stanton hits his 59th home run and the Braves beat the Marlins 8-5? It's just coincidence, right? Here she is talking about the blues where she turned me off and on. I know that dude didn't get turned off and on. Again, I was turned off where I lost my ring, but I picked up Bella from Jesus. Guys, they want me to vote for these people right here. I don't know nothing about these people, but I know one thing. Doing the right thing. If you vote for me, I'm going to do the right thing. So I voted. I wrote my name in there because it don't matter who I vote for with these guys. These guys don't dictate my world. DJ Trump is not dictating what I do in my life. He's not even set my tax. Nothing. I don't care who the president is. I do me. And, I'm thinking about being president of Portugal. And I need 7,500 signatures. But the thing is, why I'm not doing it yet, because I want to ask my baby if she wants to be the first lady of Portugal. The Great Armando. I found this in the school book. I tore the page out when I went to Camiac over here in high school. And guys, look, I just finished to eat and I felt so good. And here's my baby. Elizabeth, would you marry me? I love you, sweetie. It's your move, guys. And I believe that is my story. And when I was in my coma, I had a dream. I was inside of a shell with this beautiful woman. And the waves just kept beating us up. And then I saw her with this wave, with this shell thing. And I thought of her. Sun was rising on the west coast. And I don't know how this is going to happen because the sun rises on the east. But when I was in a coma, in a dream, the sun was rising on the west coast. So if you like my movie, guys.
We uncovered 712. Then we located all your friends and lovers, past and present. First boy you kissed. The young woman you gave your virginity to. Your teachers and co-workers, even those here on the palace grounds. We located their parents and siblings, basically anyone in your extended orbit. That amounted to another 839 individuals. 1,551 people. The sum total of lives you've made a meaningful mark on. In short, the people who would remember you after you're gone. Even as we speak, every member of your personal constellation is under our surveillance. A particle beam targeting each of their brain stems. At my signal, they will all cease to exist. They're all gone. Your legacy has been erased, Azura. Whatever minute waves your being managed to propagate throughout the universe have been canceled out. You will be placed in an automated cell and fed intravenously, restrained so as to prevent self-harm. You will be sensory shrouded for the rest of your life. You will never see, nor hear, nor smell, nor taste, nor touch again. But you will be aware, and you will remember what you have taken from me.
And finally, for the next episode, it's going to be with this beautiful young woman right here and me. We will be together. I hope I can show y'all the video of her coming out of the TV. God answered all my prayers. God gave me this beautiful woman in the green room. It's like I could put any fantasy I want included with this woman. I'm the luckiest man in the world to be with a gift so beautiful as this woman. Thank you to the universe for providing for me. Thank you. And thank you to my family for taking care of my beautiful woman for so long until I'm able to take care of her. Thank you for taking care of her until I could step in. Thank you. And thank you for taking care of us